Greetings fellow earthlings and welcome to a slightly different Ancestors Legacy video today. I'm actually going to be spectating a match. It's just added in a new spectator mode now. I'm basically doing this just to check if it has bugs, just to see how it is so that it's ready for the tournament starting this weekend. There'll be a link below to that if you want to see it and, you know, watch me get my easy win against these people. Yeah, but I'm just going to spectate this match to see if it's got bugs, and you know, I'll try and make it as interesting as possible also. So yeah, spotted one possible bug already. Derand's icon has shown up but Stevanevus's hasn't. Yeah, so that'll be... there, it has done now. Yeah, so it's just like a little bug test thing. Let's just see how it works. Okay, so here we go. Derand playing as the Vikings, Stevanevus as the Slavs. Who is going to win? I hope Derand win this. The reason why, Stevanevus knocked me out of last tournament and now he's my worst enemy. Only joking of course, but... And this is of course right after the new patch as well, so I don't think any of these players have experienced this new patch. Looks like Slavs have been made much weaker and Vikings much tougher, but it's going to be interesting to see by exactly how much so. Okay, away they go. I don't know what to do, I've never done a commentary like this before, I'm excited. So both are going for the top end village, Stevanevus for B, Derand for this one here, which is D, I think. Ooh, apparently the price of the archery range has changed as well. I think that's more than its original cost, or I don't actually know. Oh wow, it looks so good to see the entire map open like this. I'm happy this is now here. Right, apparently there's meant to be a statistics tab. No, I can't get that. That's probably just me being stupid and I haven't figured it out yet. Okay, so Derand took his first village. And Stevanevus is running a little bit behind. I don't know if you pronounce it Stevanevus. I'm just going to call him Steve from now on. It's so much easier. Yeah, we have another spectator in this as well. I don't know if he knows what's going on, because this has only just been added. So if he's not in the Discord or if he didn't read the patch notes, he's going to be really confused.
Let's go there.
Alright, so Derand running across the map in the middle. And you've got Stevanevus sending two Slavic swordsmen down to village A. His left village D very undefended, so Stevanevus should take that, but... yeah, it looks like Derand is going to focus on this side of the map. He could take E as well, so... yeah, with these two. I think Derand's noticed what's going on, he's rushing down this side as Stevanevus moves in for the village. Can Stevanevus take it or can Derand get there first? Stevanevus' units outnumber Derand and they're better as well, so it's going to be difficult for him to actually defend much. He's actually realised it's lost and he's going up north instead to take village B. He has taken village F and he's getting the food on that. Stevanevus has another swordsman out, is it? Yep, another swordsman. Going either for C or E. Oh no, he's realised it's going for B, so he's going for that also. This is fun. Okay, so Stevanevus taking the lead, I think. Yeah, he's blue. Come on, Derand, you can win this. Right, I'm guessing Derand has gone for tier 2 then, and he's going for the berserkers, seeing as well we haven't seen a second unit yet. Stevanevus leaving one unit here, and he's going for A as well, and that will be his third village compared to Derand's one. So he's definitely got a big advantage here. Can Derand turn it around? Right, he's going to try and rush into the back of these, I think. But Stevanevus has spotted it and he's going to have to pull back away from that engagement because he's realised he can't win. And he's had to retreat fully. That's not what he wanted to happen, I don't think. Come on, where are these berserkers? Oh, we're coming out soon. I'm guessing Stevanus may have entered level 2 by this point. I need to get used to the Spectator mode a bit more. It just completely retreats, just complete gave up on that village. That was probably the better decision. Ooh, a bit of a... I think that was just a visual bug, I don't think they actually moved by the looks of things. Yeah, here come the Berserkers. Now it's going to go in Derand's favour slightly, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. Stevanus might have gotten quite a good lead here, but he's running out of food. Like, he's fixed that problem now, but it's... I think... His morale is low, which means he's run out of food. Is he starving? Right. No, it's sorted out now. It's because when they put this village on hold, had this one on hold as well. Well, rung the bell, not on hold, that won't be the right word. But yeah, I think he struggled for food with a little bit there. That's why he's going to have to take village C just to get another one in, and then probably rotate round to E. Looks like Derand is going to win this battle, and I think it'll be his first victory engagement as well in this game. There we go. He hasn't got enough units to take for village yet. Yeah, once he gets this unit in here, then he should. I don't know what he's going to do with this one. Stevanus run both bells. He's going to really struggle for food now. Well, probably not, because he's lost a lot of units here. So he doesn't have like many units to pay for, and he's gone for this one instead. So now all of Stevanus' villages, they're on hold. They've rung the bell for each other. Not one of them is gathering food. So he's definitely going to start struggling for food, but he's going to get this village now, and yeah, he's going to collect food from that, and Derand just needs to push. The one thing that I've learnt from this game is, it's usually not good to bother with just stopping them from getting food. You just need to take the villages to create resources for yourself. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it works. It has worked brilliantly, but it's, from my experience, just take the village would have been better, I think. But who knows, he's of course got his own plan. It's much different being in game than spectating, so yeah, so I was just reading his comment there. That's very bad spelling. Oh, is it meant to be like that? I only get the words tab. Every other word doesn't make any sense. Oh, whatever. Right, so he's waiting here, he's waiting for Stevanus to take the village and then just like moving and try and steal it from him. Oh, he's chasing them back with his berserkers there. He's gonna have to retreat from that. Yeah, but he didn't retreat that far, so he could like sneak in and cause some trouble later on. The war score is ticking further and further into Stevanus' favour. But Derand's got some units. Can he start taking some villages? He's got almost all of them locked down, and they're both doing the exact same thing. Stevanus is waiting for Derand to attack this and then he can steal it. Derand is waiting for Stevanus and then he can steal it. This is hilarious. That's funny. Right, Derand just outnumbers Stevanus right now though, because of course his units are better now that he's gotten berserkers. Stevanus has 3 units, only just got 3, he had 2 for most of the game, and Derand has 4. So yeah, that's why it's like started to change around a bit. Village hands are still, you know, how they have been. It's changing now, but yeah, it's like yeah, villages haven't changed over, but he's definitely won battles and he's definitely seen a much bigger profit than Stevanus here. But Stevanus has now gone for the spears. They should counter the berserkers, but if Derand keeps on using his spears, like bringing those in instead of the berserkers, then he can just bring the game back into his favour. What happened here? So, okay, so Stevanus going for this village. Derand was a little bit late with ringing this bell. He's probably going to lose this one now, which is a big mistake. Unless he was occupied with other stuff, it's, you know, it might have been worthwhile. But he's had like a perfect flank there, perfect timing. It should probably buy some resources here so that there's some villagers in who can shoot. Maybe he can't afford it or something. And yes, he did lose this village, but it looks like Derand's going to reclaim it. Which it did cost him a little bit, but it's not as bad as it could have been. At least he did retake it. Stevanus now up to 4 squads matching Derand. What's he training? So he seems to have rotated heavily onto spears now. It seems like he just realised give up with the swordsman for a bit. Maybe he'll bring back the swordsman once once Derand starts to get more spearmen in, or maybe not. Maybe it's just spears now. I don't know. Of course, the game's completely different for them, and you know this is like the patch. I haven't really experienced the patch yet. Yes, I don't know how these different units work. Well, I kind of do, but there'll be some small changes that'll make it different from their point of view. So yeah, it's not the same game that I'm used to. Is he struggling for food? Yeah, he's struggling for food. So once he gets his second village gathering food, then he should be okay, I think. Or maybe not. I don't know. I'm trying to 15, 30. That's 60 food he needs. He gets about 15 or 20 from the main base, and each of these produce about 15. Still don't think it might be enough. He might have to disband a unit, which would be disastrous for him. Oh, is he going to go for this village? But he hasn't noticed Stevanevus. Oh, perfect timing for him there. Stevanevus moving into this village. Derand might be able to get him in the back. Oh, his food's sorted out as well. Well done. Well done. And he's going to charge him in the back as well with a berserker. He's just going to get a free village here. Stevanevus, just the wrong timing. Just the wrong timing for him. Yeah, and he's just realised it. Wrong timing, retreat, but he's got his spearmen behind, he's just gonna run them down. He's gonna walk them, as I like to call it. It's like you're walking a dog, but you know, of course you're like killing people while you're doing it, but I call it walking them, just because of how it is. But of course he's gonna have to retreat the spear, and yeah, he lost a lot there on that charge. And here we go. Derand is going to get the balance of power, I think, at 0-0. We're going to have equal amount of villages. Unless Stevanevus can just get in here and steal it from him, and it looks like he can. So it's still in Stevanevus' favour, and he might be able to steal this village as well. Unless Derand can pull off some miracle, but no, I don't think he can. He's got his spears fighting swords, and his axes fighting spears. That's not the situation you want. This village is, of course, down. I don't know. They need a word for it, like down or had the bell. I don't want to say had the bell. I don't want to say had the bell rung, because that's just too long of a sentence. It's defended. That's the word I'm coining now. It's defended, which means I can't gather resources from it. Yeah. A new word for it is defended. Yeah, I like that one. But he's of course going to lose an axeman here, and sadly Viking axeman cannot be retreated, so that's going to die, and he might have to recruit a new one. But he killed one of Stevanevus' swordsmen, so he got a good trade off with that. Just run, just retreat them now, I think would be better. Don't get caught. Right, good, he retreated them. Right, so he's had to give up on this village and give it to Stevanevus for the time being, just so that he didn't lose this unit. I think, yeah, that was a good choice to retreat. He's trying to fight desperately for this village here, but I think Stevanevus with that swordsman as well is going to have it locked down. It's looking very heavily in Stevanevus' favour so far. Yeah, he's had to pull back.
Let's go there.
And he's just gonna sit in the village. Good timing as well. It almost filled up, but what's this? That's a spearman. 2 spearmen. I think he might be able to defend here, or at least defend long enough to get some reinforcements in. So that's. Oh, but what's this? And he's got a swordsman, so it's definitely done a breakdown. What is he saying? I'm assuming it's a different language. That's strange, I always just assumed it was English, I don't know why. My mistake for this. But yeah, this swordsman is definitely going to really help Stevanevus cut down the spear circle here. Although Derand has rotated onto the swordsman himself, so he's going to probably attack this spear unit, or is he going to like try and flank round? I don't know yet. Yeah, it looks like he's going for a flank, and he's got another spearman going up here to try and cause trouble. I don't think that's going to be that worthwhile. By this point, I'm guessing Stevanevus just has loads of resources. And ooh, he has the axeman in. I didn't notice that axeman, so that's good. He's got the axeman to take out the swords. Got defensive here. He could win this. I don't know. It depends how big of a patch it was. Yeah, and he's realised he's being caught now, and he's starting to circle around him. He's just run away. I think would be better. He managed to escape somehow. No, it looks like Stevanevus has defended over here, and Derand lost an axeman unit there as well, couldn't retreat him, and he's having to retreat here as well. And I think it's fair to say now it's probably going to be a win for Stevanevus. Although Derand did kill the spearman, that's good. It's not going to be enough to change it round, but every little bit helps. This is usually the type of... This is usually the time when I would call a base rush for Derand. Just get a few units. Actually, there's no way how I can sneak around, like around the sides, because of... yeah, Stevanevus has it on watch with these resource points, so there's no easy way in. The best base route would probably have to be... wait until the dark, come up round here, and wait in this wheat field for a little bit, and just try and sneak down, stay near the edge, and then, yeah, you'll be into the base. So there is a way through that I can use, but you'll know, he's got to wait until the dark, he's got to have enough units, and if this doesn't work, then it would all go downhill. But he's got a lot of swordsmen on the field now, that's what I like to see. When the Viking get the swordsman, that's when the Viking is going to start doing well. Just because there's so little that the Slavs can actually do against swordsmen, and he's got 4 units of them. Somehow he's managing to keep up for food as well. I don't know how he's doing that. And he's got like a spearman over here as well. I don't know how he's got the food. But he's done have another base now. That's just going to make the food so much easier. Oh, but Stevanevus, I was about to ambush him, but he changed his mind. He thought, nah, best not. He's just going to wait, probably mess about with the food a bit. I bet Derand's food is ticking down. He is running out, I'm guessing. So he's probably like just in an ambush for food at some point. What Stevanevus needs to do now is he needs to focus on the food, in my opinion. He needs to get a unit down here, just in this wheat field, and just mess about with his food, and then that will definitely cut Derand off, and all these battles that he's won, they'll just stop. Right, he's trying to get this food here, but it looks like the spearman's going to deny it from him. And, you know, I think he needs the food, so I think he's just going to go in for it. 3 on 3. What's happening over here? So, yeah, he should be able to win this fight as well. He's only fighting spearman. But does he have enough time to turn it around? I've seen it happen. I've had it happen to me as well. It can happen. He can do it. I don't want to say how, like, what the probabilities are, because I don't know, but I do think he can definitely do it. Now that he's got so many swordsmen and somehow managed to balance the food, if he can just get these two, take this village, make sure he keeps this village, get the resources from it, and just keep steamrolling villages, he can do it. And that's good. That's good. He's definitely done secure this village now. He's got so many units. Stevanevus has just no units available. He's having to go for cavalry now, just as, you know, so that he has something to take out the swordsman. Stevanevus has had to build a tower. I don't really like building towers. I don't think they're worthwhile, but you know, of course they're in a different situation than me. They know things I don't know about the game right now. Because they're playing it, I'm just watching. I don't know how many resources they are. Derand could be like a second away from starving. Stevanevus could be like sitting on 1,000 iron and just, yeah, I've got this one easily and be doing nothing. I don't know what resources are. Just one charge. Did a lot of damage, but had to just pull back. Ooh, those flowers look pretty. I'm sure I'd have noticed them before. Huh, strange. That's the type of stuff I would notice, pretty flowers on a map. Strange how I'm only noticing it now. Right, so he's got his cavalry in, but Derand does have a spearman unit around, so he'd best navigate this unit very carefully, so so that something like that doesn't happen, but wasn't that much of a big charge. I think Viking swordsmen are much better at countering cavalry charge than Slavic swordsmen, from what we've just seen there, and he's coming in with more units. I don't know how he hasn't run out of food. He's pulling some miracle here. I don't know how he must do it. He must have like all the food technologies running right now. But yeah, he should win this engagement as well, even though that he's being shot at by the tower. It's all starting to cave down for Stevanus now, but does he have time? It's all about this time. There's about, I'll say 400 seconds left if no villages change hands. That's how long he's got to actually start taking a couple of villages. It can be done. I know it can be done. I've seen it being done. It's going to be interesting to see if Stevanus goes for a catapult as well. Because Devon can't train catapults because he's Viking. He can go for ballistas. Oh, he's lost a lot of units. No, that was too much, I think. They all just broke down. That tower took out half of the units, I think. Yeah, that's when towers are good, but just a general defence, no, they can just be taken out so easily. But when you've got a unit pinned in battle just here and the tower can shoot in, that's when it's really good. And he's just retreating. I think he's just going to abandon this village. Well, not abandon it. He's going to defend it. And have a swordsman unit there. But yeah, he's not going to try and heal there. He's just going to pull all the way back and just have a fresh restart with all these units. Really curious to know what his food would be like. Yeah, Stevanus. He seems to have this under control again now. He was struggling at one point, but he seems to have it back. He's got his cavalry hiding here, just waiting. He's expecting him to go for this village, so he's got his cavalry just waiting here. He's going to charge in, and he's right. Derand, of course, he's going to go for this village. It is the logical thing for him to do. Besides this, and here he goes. The charge comes in. He's spotted some swordsmen running low. And he has the most pathetic charge it's ever. And then he comes in conflict with the spears. Ooh, that was quite good one. Got a lot of kills on the swordsman there. That was a good charge, and it went through the spears as well. But is he gonna lose? Is he gonna lose his cavalry? Yeah, he's lost one and he's lost two, so he's lost his cavalry unit. He's probably gonna lose a base as well. Stevanus has no other units here, and can Devon get him? No, Devon didn't get him there. He might win this engagement. Yeah, he will probably win this engagement. If he has the village shooting as well, that would have been so much more. 250 seconds left, roughly. He's going to heal up his troops, and he's just push on for A and then B, and Stevanus can't do anything about it. Where are Stevanus' units? He needs more soldiers on the field, but he just cannot match Devon's quantity of units. I don't know why. I think, is it food that's the problem, or is it just lack of like wood and iron? I don't know. I don't know. Why doesn't he have so many units? He's got more villages, so he should have the stronger economy. But I don't know why. And now Derand is only one village behind. Only one village behind. 200 seconds left. If he can just take one more village, the score will be even, and then slowly, if he can of course keep taking more, it should start ticking in his favour. I like this new patch. Right, Stevanus looks like he's investing a lot, but Devon somehow got a unit round. I don't know. I didn't see that unit go around. But yeah, he got that in there. Which was good for him. Stevanus coming in with another swordsman to flank this spear. I still think Devon's got the advantage here, but time is slowly ticking. He's taking this village, desperately making a push. Stevanus has a tower. Don't invest in towers. You need to invest in units. In my opinion, of course, I could be wrong. But that's just what I think he needs to do, and the balance of power is even. That's it. Can Derand actually turn this around? Oh, this is such a good video to spectate. I'm so happy. But of course he's had to retreat here. The cavalry are coming in as well. So Stevanus did end up winning on this side. which should bring the balance of power back to even again. It's ticking in Derand's favour for the first time since the start. Yeah, this is done with a decided moment. If Stevanevus can just saw it out here, he just needs one more village for about 1 more minute and he'll have the win. But if Derand can win this fight, which I think he could, and take the village, a few good units. If he could turn it around. Stevanevus moving round, attacking this with cavalry. Oh no, you need to ring the bell. He's bringing in the spearmen. They should arrive in time. Yeah, they're in time, good. And okay, they caught them back. I won't actually see this battle here because if Stevanevus can, if Derand can just kill this unit here, then he should still be able to take the village. Yeah, he's managed to counter this. Can he kill the sword? No, he didn't manage to kill the cavalry. He should be able to defend this village as well. Come on, just kill the swordsman. And then burn the village. Torch it. Burn it down. It is raining, so he's done a struggle. No, just pull back. Pull back, heal up, because it's raining. It's going to make it too difficult. Yeah, same with this village here as well. It's raining. Stevanevus was not there to take fight. If it wasn't raining, we could probably have done it, but ooh, that was a good charge. That just almost melted him. Right, it's 3 versus 3 with the villagers. But Stevanevus has a much bigger advantage right now because of the time, but I think Derand is... I think he's got the better units and more units. I think Vikings are definitely better than Slavs late game. Maybe early game as well. I still haven't really read the patch notes. I did give... Well, I gave it a read, but I haven't given it a test yet, so I've got no idea what's going on. Yeah, I don't know too much. I just know Vikings are tougher, Slavs are weaker, that's all I know. And I think that's kind of testing by how much are Slavs still the powerful one or not. Right, cavalry charge coming in by Stevanevus. Not the best cavalry charge. And he's brought reinforcements in. Well done, Derand. Well, oh, and he killed the cav as well. That's well played. That deserves a clap. It wasn't the best clap either. My clapping is as bad as my charge. Words. My clapping right now is as bad as Stevanevus' charge. There. He's there to take another village as well. Stevanevus gonna try and steal it back, but. Yeah, the war score is ticking now in Derand's favour, and Stevanevus just cannot defend Village B. He's got to focus his units over here. And that's it, it's all falling down now. I think Derand will have the win. Unless, Derand gets a war score all the way down to him and then Stevanevus just turns it round, but we'll be here all day with that. I think this is definitely a win for Derand now. He actually did it, which I really started to doubt at some points, but by some food miracle he managed to do it. He must have had all the technologies or something. Yeah, it's heavily ticking now in his favour. He's going to push and take C as well. That should be an easy take. And Stevanevus just can't defend. He's got to focus on this side and he's got to focus on this side. He just hasn't had the units for the entire game. I don't know why. I don't know if it was lack of resources or lack of food. He had the villages, so yeah, I don't understand, but yeah, they're definitely speaking another language. I don't understand a word. They're just going to burn the tower as well, and then he moves in and takes down the final village. And there we go, Stevenevus has called GG there. He's, depending on his meaning of it, yeah, there we go. There we go. Derand won. Well played, Derand. That was really fun to watch. Thank you for letting me record this as well to both of them. Yeah, so let's just check for statistics for those who want to have a look. Yeah, so that's military. That recruited. Units lost. Yeah, Stevenevus just kept on losing loads of units at the end, and that was of course a big problem. Yeah, well, let's check his food. Right, he did go into negative food at one point. Oh, hold on. Yeah, there it is. So this is the zero mark, and here's the blue line. So it was at negative food here. This is how much food they're producing, I think. So it doesn't necessarily mean they're starving. It just means that the food is ticking down. That's why. This is what happened when he had about 6 swordsmen. What he did, he must have saved up a lot of food, because he just didn't have that many units, and then he just spammed units, lost a lot of food, but he must have saved up. I think so anyway. I don't really know what those statistics are showing. It's difficult to tell. There we go. Villages if you're interested, and the overall timeline. Yeah, just all those swordsmen there. That's what won it. Those swordsmen are good. Yeah, you can just see Stevenevus having to spend so much on units. Yeah, he had a lot of units at the end, just because he just had to keep on recruiting them, but in the middle there was like a weird phase where he only had 3 and Derand had 6, I think. It was weird. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this video. Again, thank you to them both for allowing me to record this. If the devs are watching this as well, I just want to say it looks good so far. I didn't see a single bug, except for, like, you know, there's always the usual little like lag thing and stuff like that, but yeah, it looks good. Definitely been fun to record and commentate over. Hope you enjoyed this video, and goodbye.